Hello, hi everyone, welcome to Bit by Bit. So, today we'll create another project in Python and using SQL as database, that is the billing system that is used in supermarkets, right? Okay, so this will be the system that will be used by the cashier. Okay, so whenever we buy something from the malls, then the cashier starts billing, and for the billing they first of all they ask our phone number and all the details, and then they started billing, and after the at the end they give us the total value that we need to pay, right? So this is the first part of the project. So I have just started with it, and I have also set up the GitHub repo for it, and I will paste this link in the video description. You can find it there. Okay, and I have also written the codes also, so we will start with them. Okay, let us begin. Okay, so first of all, let me open the Python file. Okay, if you have already watched my previous video, I have already described this part, that how to connect MySQL with Python. Okay, so let us begin with the Python part. Okay, so this is the main entry point where our program will get started. Once the main function get called, let me zoom in a little bit. I hope it is visible right now. Okay, so once we are inside the main function, the first thing we can also do one thing, that we can add a welcome note. Welcome to, let us name our supermarket as Start Supermarket. All right. Okay, so first it will ask what is the phone number of the user. These things, all of these things will be executed by the cashier, right? Not the user. So the cashier will enter the user phone number, and then again, if you watched my previous video on the user login page video, you will be able to understand the functions that I have mentioned, right? So this type of function we have also used there. So let me commit it first, otherwise if I forgot to save it, later on there will be an issue. So I have saved it. Okay, so I was talking about the data retrieve function, right? The data retrieve function is already been described in the previous video, but still I am just telling you guys that this data retrieve function is for retrieving the data based on some condition from the database, right? So, and all of this part, that how this query is been ran, or what is these things, are already been described in the previous video, so you can refer that. I will attach or link that video in the description. Okay, so what will happen here, that once the user has given us the phone number, we will try to find the user details based on the phone number. And also I have also explained why we have maintained the phone number in our database as unique, for this reason, so that we can search based on the phone number, right? So this will trigger this function. Okay, this data retrieve function. Let me close these things, these are not necessary for the time being. Okay, so here we are trying to find out all the user records uh, from the database, okay, from the MySQL database. And let me show you the table first. It's right now null, okay, and let me show you the table description. This is the table description that we have been using, okay. So here the CID is the primary key, which is not null and int type. Full name is in text type and also not null. Address is also not null and text. Phone number is in varchar, where we can only store 10 digits, okay, and also not null and also unique. And date at which time the user will be created, it is auto generated. And also the CID, that is the customer ID, is also auto generated. We do not have to worry about that, okay. So let's move forward with the next steps. So here, once we find out the, till now we have not find out, we have just mentioned or written the query, right, in the system, and it will get ran here, right. I have also commented it that what is the thing that has been going on here, but still if you need further clarification on these steps, that how what is execute is doing, what is fetch one is doing, what is commit is doing, then you can refer to the previous video, okay. So we have mentioned the result here as a global variable, and we are just updating it here, okay. Once this query is getting executed, we are updating the result and we are committing and we are returning the result. In case of any error, we will print the error, okay, from here. I hope this try catch part is clear to everyone. Okay, so let's suppose we got the data for the particular user with the phone number, okay. So in that case, we'll show that customer details exist and we'll start the billing. And to start billing, we'll call this function, that is billing function, this one, which is till now it's not updated, which will be updated in the second part, okay. Let's suppose in case that the particular user with the particular phone number is not been registered or a new user, right. So in that case, what we'll have to do, we have to first register, right. So again we'll show the error message that to start billing we need to register the mobile number first, right. And to register we will have to put the full name, the address, everything into the database. We have to store, right, because you have already seen that what are the columns, the full name, the address, the phone number, we have to store. Otherwise how can we store the user, right. So we will ask the cashier, not the user, that what is the user's phone name or the address, something like that, and we will call the customer enter function. Again, in the previous video we have also a function, that is I think data entry function. It is quite similar to that. This will be used to insert the data into the customer details table, right. And these are the basic SQL insert statements or query, and these are the data. And again, what is this things or what is this placeholder stuff, you can check out from the previous video. Though let me explain that these things will get replaced by customer full name or customer address or customer phone number, or the values. Actually these are the placeholder and they will be replaced by these values here when we execute both of them, like query and the data, right. So once we execute the query and the data both, that means this insert statement with all the following details or values will get executed. And once it is executed, then the customer details will be inserted into our database. Here we will be able to see the customer details, right? And we will commit. And in case of there is any issue or error, we will show that here and we will roll back. For the time being, this is the first part of this project. So this is the registration part or the login part, you can say. In the second part, we will start billing process. And again, once we have registered our user, then we will start our billing process. Till that part, till the login part we have done. So let me show you guys a demo of how it will run. So first it will ask for a phone number. As in our database it is like blank right now, so it will obviously ask that to register, because there is no phone number is been registered, right? So we'll put our name, and we'll enter our address, that is, yeah, the customer has been inserted successfully. Let me show you that it is been registered successfully, and let us try with an existing user. Okay, and again we'll put the same, because we have only one user ID, right? So customer is here, the printing statement will be some different, because here I have to change that it will customer details exists. So starting the billing. So this is the first part. We'll see the second part, that is how to start the billing in the next or second part of this video. Okay, till then, thank you for watching. Bye bye, see you soon.